Good morning. I thought I'd be inconspicuous and kind of give you the energy of how we're going to be by wearing this sign that says speak up. So let's try that one more time. Good morning.
Good morning.
Okay. So I'm not so nervous anymore. Awesome. Well, like she said, my name is Will Paris, and I'm with a group called Not in Our Town. And I got to tell you, it is truly an honor and a pleasure to be here in the presence of such brilliance, such passion, and such world changers. Everybody say I'm a world changer. Everybody say I'm a world changer. I'm a world changer. You guys got to sound like you guys really believe it. So Margaret Mead says that you should never doubt the power of a small group of concerned citizens to change the world. For indeed, those are the things that have actually changed this world. And I like to give it a little bit of a 2001 flair and say, never doubt the power of a group of concerned, passionate young people and their supportive adults to change the world. For that's the true thing that's ever changed the world. You guys agree? Yes? Okay. I like we're getting more feedback, more feeling. That's what's up. So what I kind of want to share with you guys today is the power of this movement that's happening across the country. It's a movement of young people and their adult allies that are stepping up together and saying that we're not going to take racism, we're not going to take homophobia, we're not going to take sexism, we're not going to take any of those divisions that have separated our generations before, but we're going to stand together as world what? Changers. And say not in our town and not in our school. So we're going to do a little bit of a dance here. I'm going to show you guys a couple of videos. I'm going to bring up my fairy godmother, whose name is Patrice O'Neill, and she's going to talk to you, and then I'm going to talk to you guys some more. But it's all going to be about the power of you and the power of us and our generation to change this world. So you guys ready?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes.
You positive? Tell me a world changer.
World changer.
Tell me a world changer.
World changer.
Awesome. Maestro, if you can hit the video for me, I'll be right back.
Our school is based on the idea that students can lead the way in creating a safer school.
People will really listen to you when you try and do something right, and you will all have a chance to make a difference in a person's life.
Well, we're excited about the Not in Our School website because it's just a really wonderful way for teachers and students to come together about issues of intolerance so they can connect and learn from each other.
If you hear the word, "that is so gay," is it necessary that you say something about it?
It really is a peer-to-peer story-sharing project.
Whenever you're able to take and understand where someone's coming from, it allows you to understand how you can interact with them and gives you the place to find common ground.
Was it hard to adapt to America?
Yeah, because you need to start like a new life.
Young people can see stories and say, what can we do? How do we treat each other? Then they develop their own innovative ways to create change in their school. Music, plays, art, mapping.
97 freshmen feel that there's bullying in the cafeteria.
I honestly didn't think we had as much bullying as a lot of other students think, so that was a motivation to keep going.
Giving kids that opportunity to make decisions and to take leadership is what's going to allow them to be the leaders in the future.
We are all different in our own special ways. You don't need all one color. You need everybody.
As we film these stories in Facing History classrooms around the country, we've seen the powerful conversations that have surfaced when they have a deeper understanding of what it means not to take action in the face of hate.
Stand up, peace! Yeah!
We can trace, like racism and prejudice, all the way back. We might not be able to, make amends for what, maybe our ancestors did, but we can stop some of these things from happening in the future.
They're becoming empowered and they're saying, I will make a difference.
When a community sees its young people stand up to resist intolerance, to resist bullying, they can say, why can't we take this to a larger level? They can lead and change an entire community.
I person that helps the world.
In 1961, a group of young people, African American and white, traveled together to the American South to address one of the most divisive and challenging issues in our country, the racial injustice that was dividing and segregating restrooms, lunchrooms, schools. They wanted to stand up and say everyone needs to be treated with dignity and respect. The adult world said, no, don't do it. It's too divisive, it's too disruptive, it's too dangerous. They went anyway. They're called the Freedom Riders, and they helped change those towns, they helped change our country, they helped change the world. Young people have always been world changers. We love highlighting this peer-to-peer action, which we think is so vital to make anything move in our country. Bullying has come to the surface as one of the most prominent issues in our national discourse in the past year. Tragically, it was because some young people lost their lives because of bullying. We believe that bullying can be stopped, but only if young people play a key role in making that happen. This town, this community, has played a central role in the Not in Our School movement, and let me tell you how it began. We were screening a film called Not in Our Town, Northern California, about 5 communities responding to hate crimes. In the middle of the film, the projector broke, and the discussion leader said, okay, let's talk about this now. Mom raised her hand and said, why are we talking about this issue in Palo Alto? What does this have to do with us? We don't have hate here. And then one by one, the young people started raising their hands, and they said, you don't understand. We feel it every day. We see it every day. We know this is something that we have to change. And Not in Our School, Palo Alto was launched. Let me tell you about a few of the things that Not in Our School, Palo Alto helped influence. In Ohio, a young woman named Alana talked about being thrown in the trash can when she was in elementary school. She talked to her classmates, and they were recounting the pain of that when they were younger. So they created a program that they took into the elementary school to give young people some tools and a language to talk about how to resist hate. They talked about being a bystander. They talked about being a perpetrator, and they talked about the power of being an upstander. At Orange High School, young people started talking about where bullying was happening. They started mapping it. They said it happens in the restroom. It happens in the media center. It happens in the cafeteria. And once they mapped it, they could figure out a way to address it. I think we all know that online cyberbullying is one of the most challenging issues that you're facing in school these days. A group in New Jersey said, we need to stand up for each other. They started a pledge program that every time they saw an attack online, that a group of them was going to go in and defend the people who were being attacked. It's amazing what you can do when you take action together. And I want to tell you about something that happened just last night about a story that influenced another town. In Joplin, Missouri, today, funerals will take place for many of the people who died in the tornado. A hate group called Westboro Baptist is coming to their town to protest at these funerals. I got a message from a woman who said, thank you so much for the stories of people resisting this hate group all over. I'm spreading it all across Joplin, Missouri, so people will know there's a way to respond to this hate. People here at Gunn High School launched a story that was seen 250,000 times by people all over the world. We'd like to show it to you now.
Today, the WBC came to our school to protest sort of our acceptance and the fact that we are a really accepting school.
Who is this group that's coming? And I realized, oh my God, it's Fred Phelps. And my heart just dropped. I can't believe they're coming. Like, why us? Of all the schools, why us? I knew that there was a planning meeting that was happening, so I kind of sent my thoughts to them saying, I understand that the best response is no response sometimes, but for my students, if they want to go through and respond in some sort of peaceful way, I want to support them in that, and hopefully you guys will be okay with that. And they were great. The administration's been super supportive.
There was one person said that it would be a really good idea just nobody be there, and if it was just this barren school and just like, we're not going to listen to you, like that would be really effective, and it would have been really cool, but we decided that realistically wasn't going to happen, because when we walked out there this morning, we were expecting to see like a handful of people out there, but there were like, oh my God, there were just like, it was covered in people right across the street.
So the Westboro Baptist Church came this morning and they picketed right across our street. So as a community, we decided to come, have signs and songs to kind of show our love for each other and that we're here, and no matter who you are, we still love you.
I am so glad that this worked out. Like, it's not violent or anything.
And this is basically just meant to demonstrate that Gunn is a loving and accepting place.
So the Gay Straight Alliance actually, once they found out, they actually set up a Facebook group. And they invited, all their friends from all schools, all in the Bay Area, and started the conversation that way online. And they decided as a group that they wanted to sing, and then when the administration talked about planning a lunchtime activity, they said, great, we'll go out, we'll sing there too. So they really have stepped up and taken a leadership role to really go through and set the tone for the campus.
What we've done, I think, as a community is really talk about this ahead of time so that the students were prepared. We did an assembly on Tuesday and I was able to actually talk to all of the students what to expect, what kind of organisation they were looking at coming here. And I think that has given them time to process and time to think about it in a way that if it had just been sprung upon them would have been hard. So I'm very, very proud of the kids. They did a super job.
Thanks so much for coming out and supporting your fellow students, trying to create a sense of community.
So I think what really affirmed today is what a positive learning environment we have here at Gunn and how accepting everyone is. And I feel like a lot of people say the word tolerance, but that's not true. We don't tolerate each other, we actually accept each other.
I'm so proud to be a Gunn student every day, but yeah, especially today, the support was amazing. We shall overcome someday.
Okay, so do you believe me now, you're world changers? Yeah. Do you believe me now? See? See, I was one of those 250,000 that met your school through that video. And when I first saw it, I'm like, wow, they're a really amazing group of kids. But it started to be a little bit more as I started talking to my fairy godmother, and she started telling me some history about the Westboro Church and what everybody had been saying about what to do with those folks. See, most of the adults had used this idea of conventional wisdom that we should be silent, not necessarily silent, but that we should ignore them and not give them any energy. But see, not y'all. Y'all said our love and our power can kill their hate. Is that what happened? Is that what happened? Who was there? Was anybody there? See, my world changers right there. See, that's the power of it. Everybody say I'm a world changer. I'm gonna keep bothering you. Everybody say I'm a world changer. Awesome. See, not only that, so when I first walked onto your campus, it was in February. I saw your video, and I got connected. I'm like, okay, so let me find out about this place. And I had the opportunity to talk to a young lady who's in your senior class. I won't tell you guys her name, because I don't know if she wants me to tell you. But she really began to sit down and talk to me, and she explained to me how truly powerful you guys really were. She talked to me about a kind of tragic incident that you guys know about and is going around the country, about a young man who had taken his life, who had felt that he was alone and isolated and didn't really feel like he had somebody to talk to. But see, that wasn't where the story got me, because I'm like, okay, I understood that. Look at me, I'm kind of a big guy, kind of a dorky guy. I've always been the square. So, I had that feeling of understanding what it felt like not to be fit in. Anybody else feel like that before? Oh, okay, I'm not alone. I was scared for a second. No, but what she did was she talked to me about how this tragedy changed her life and how it allowed her to join some of your student groups. The group that she joined in particular was ROCK, which is your, I think you're reaching out and showing that we care, something like that. But the idea of this peer mentoring, the fact that we together as students could stop hate, that we as together as students could take and look at the hurt that was going on there, and just by speaking up, just by saying, you know what, I'm here for you, that we could really change the world. And to me, that was like super, super powerful. You guys, what you guys think? World-changing type stuff? Yeah. See, it goes a little bit further than that, because this movement is going countrywide. Not even countrywide, worldwide. Because Patrice is getting ready to go to Germany, actually next week, to talk to another group of kids and another group of adults who are looking at that same idea of how can we come together to see the collective good with each other and not, in the face of hate, step it out with our love. And so as I began to think about that, I thought of this experiment that I did when I was in college. And if I have a few seconds, I'd like to share it with you guys. Can I share it with you guys? Yeah. But I'm going to need a volunteer. So don't get mad at me for pulling somebody on stage. Can I borrow you for a second? Do you mind? Awesome. What's your name? Fiona. Fiona, how you doing? Nice to meet you. Everybody give her a round of applause. Thank you. She's a brave soul. World changer already. So this experiment is kind of an idea of who and what we are as people and human beings, and kind of what happens to us in the world. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to start off, and I'm going to ask Fiona to kind of figure out what's inside this box. Fiona, what do you think's in this box?
I don't know. A pencil.
A pencil. Everybody say, It's not a pencil. Okay. All right, but it's a box. There's something in there, I promise. I really do. Uh-oh, look at me getting tangled up. Here, what's this? It's a glove, right? Yeah. Now, gloves are important, right?
Yeah.
Would you clean up any dog poop without a glove?
No.
Right? So you got to have gloves in life, right? Okay, you mind putting that on for me?
Sure.
If it doesn't fit, you must have quit. It fits. Awesome. Okay. So this glove and this protection is necessary, right? There's something in this box, right? Okay, let's try it out. Don't look. Look at. Tell me. Can you tell me what's inside of this box?
It's kind of hard to tell.
Don't pull anything out. Just okay.
You
know something's in there, right?
Yeah, something.
Something, right?
Yeah.
But we don't know what it is, right?
No.
Okay. Awesome. Thank you. So we know something's in here, right? We know we have a glove that is protection that's necessary, right? But she can't feel what's inside, right? Okay, take that glove off for me, please. Now try filling out what's inside. You can actually take it out if you like and show it. What's inside?
Rose petal.
Oh, you want to give some to the audience?
Yeah.
Look, beauty, right? Beauty's inside. And see, thank you. Everybody give Fiona a round of applause. So follow me in how this makes sense to what we're talking about, our movement. We are these boxes, us as people. We have full of limited potential. There's all this beauty and things that are going on inside of us. However, at the common approach, when you walk outside, you don't know what's inside. And nature tells you to run away from it, right? I don't know what's inside of it. Why am I going to guess? And then we have these gloves of protection. So we have, I'm black, I'm white, I'm this, I'm that. All these things that we have in society that dictates us that are our necessary protectors. But when we have those protectors and those gloves on, we can't really see what's inside or the beauty that's inside of people. However, what you have done at Gunn and what people have done across this country have begun the process of taking off that glove and really looking deep inside and seeing who we truly, truly are. And for that, I commend you and call you what? Say it again for me. I'm a what? World changer. Guys, you have been great. I've gone like a couple seconds over, so hopefully you guys aren't mad at me. But thank you, and I look forward to hearing even more what you guys do in this movement. Guys, God bless you.